Okay guys, so like I said, this is a recap from what we did last class. Let's take a look. I'm going to do the front with you, and then I want you to practice these. So let's take a look first, and you'll need your powers chart. Now for your quiz next class, you do not get your powers chart. So make sure you start memorizing the basic powers. So, as a reminder, logs and exponential functions are inverses of each other. Okay, that's how they're related. They are inverses of each other. So for this reason, we can write them into one another without changing the value of the expression. Okay? Now, remember this loop method, the purpose of logs, little side note, by doing the loop method is to find exponents. Okay, that's why we go from one form to the other. We want to be able to use logs to help us find exponents and vice versa. Now, so before even solving for an x or anything, let's go back to these first two. First thing we did was let's take this exponential form. These are all in exponential form. Okay, these first three. Let's write them into the log form. Now, log form, reminder, looks like this. Log base b, okay, of y equals x. So the base is the most important, and we still do the loop, okay, to rewrite it. So here's the base. So we're going to write log base b. Oh, sorry, the base is 3. So base of 3. Then loop around. Log base 3 of 81 equals 4. That's rewriting it from exponential to log form. We're going to do the same thing here. So log, and the base is 9, so you have to be able to pick out the base. Loop around of 729 equals 3. Even if there's variables in the expression, you could still write it into log form. This would be log base 14 of y equals x. So using the loop, you can go from one form to the other. Let's also talk about, well, let's use the loop and rewrite it into exponent form. Okay? So again, the exponent form is a base raised to an exponent equals a value. The biggest part, again, is finding the base. So the base of this is 2, right? The little guy. So 2, and then do the loop, 2 to the 4th power equals 16. There you go. And that's a true statement, 2 to the 4th power 16, but that's just writing in a different form. Here, same thing, the base is x now. So we're going to do x, loop around to the 2nd power equals 36. And you're done. Here, we can do this one. The base is b, loop around to the x power equals y. So essentially for these two, we weren't really solving anything yet. We were just rewriting from one form to the other. Now, this is our solving piece, okay? We're going to use the loop method to evaluate or solve or find for x. Meaning, when you read this, what you want to do is read to yourself. We're going to write it in exponential form. So 2 to what power equals 32. See how I looped around? 2 to what power? We can actually solve this. X would have to be 5, which is on your powers chart. Okay. Same concept here. Base is 5. So 5 to what power makes 625? So then that would have to be what is that, 5. Same concept for here, except I switch it, now the base is x. So x to the third power equals 1,000. Well, if you look on your charts, the answer is going to have to be 10. 10 to the third power equals 1,000. So now, let's take a look at estimating, okay? So estimating, when it's not an exact number like here, we can still use the loop method to estimate the value of y. So here's what I mean. Let's still use the loop method. Let's write this in exponential form. So base of 3 to the y power equals 16. Clearly, okay, this is kind of like the drill problem. There is no number. 3 to what power makes 16? There is none. But we know 3 to the third is 27. Okay, so that's bigger than 16. So 3 squared is 9. Since this is in between these two numbers, we would estimate y is between 2 and 3. Okay, so even like this problem. So 7, do the loop, to what power? Equals 2,485. Well, again, not sure, so we need to look at our powers chart, and let's see. We have here, well, 7, I'm looking at my chart now. 7 to the third is 343. 7 to the fourth is 2,401. 7 to the fifth is 16,807. So clearly this number is in between here. So y has to be, y is in between 4 and 5. Same idea here. So 8 to y power equals 568. So looking at your powers chart, okay, kind of start estimating. Well, 8 to the third is 512. 8 to the fourth is 4096. So clearly it's going to have to be between 3 and 4. So now what I want you to try is use these notes, okay, and take about 15 minutes or so. And I want you to try the back here, this page, which is just like we did. And then for each of these, I want you to solve for x or y. If you cannot solve for it, like get an exact number, 2 or 3, then estimate like what we did. So you're working right now for 15 minutes on this page and this page. The next video will have me going over the answers, and you need to use this to help you with your classwork grade today. So make sure you really try on it.